Anderson Cooper 360, in which U.S. Senator and presidential candidate Kamala Harris discusses what seems to be an illegal attempt by U.S. President Donald Trump to pressure the government of Ukraine into providing damaging information on his political rivals.
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. More damaging testimony in the Ukraine affair. Another indication of how badly President Trump's personal attorney wanted to obtain dirt on the president's political rivals. The news follows 2 weeks of other testimony that, taken together, lays out the parts and pieces of what is a wide-ranging, sustained, intensive campaign to get a foreign government to do the president's personal political bidding in exchange for badly needed military assistance. And of course, this comes at the end of a day of damage control after the president's own acting chief of staff conceded yesterday that yes, there was a quid pro quo with Ukraine. Joining us now, someone who not only is running to defeat President Trump next year, but will also be one of the Senate jurors if he is impeached. She also sits on the Senate Intelligence and Judiciary Committees. Kamala Harris, thanks for being on the broadcast. Appreciate it. First of all, just what's your reaction to this latest reporting about Giuliani trying to override the Ukraine embassy and the State Department to get a visa for this former prosecutor?
Anderson, it's further evidence of corruption by this administration and the personal attorney of the President of the United States. Clearly, implicitly being given permission to act as though he is an arm of the government and the State Department. And it's a violation of an extraordinary number of rules and ethical laws about who should do what.
Are there specific laws you believe Giuliani has broken or may have broken?
I think that the range includes not only abuse of power and perhaps misstatement and mischaracterization of his role and his responsibilities, but I also really do wonder just instinctively whether there have been any bribery associated with Giuliani's conduct.
It seems like with every day that passes, there's another example of Giuliani kind of running and being licensed by the president to run a shadow foreign policy, circumvent State Department protocols, and it's not only for the president's benefit, but Giuliani also has business interests in the region. He's got business interests in Ukraine that go back years. He's got business interests, I understand, in Turkey as well. So it's not clear exactly who he's working for. He's working for the president, but he's also working for himself.
Well, you're right, Anderson, and this is part of the character of this administration as a whole, and that is why it is corrupt. Because these are positions, especially for those who hold elected office and appointed office in this administration. These are positions that are held in the public trust, and they are not meant to be or designed to be for personal interest. But Donald Trump and many of the members, I think, of his administration are not clear about that point, which is why we need this impeachment process to proceed.
It's also the president is holding this money over Ukraine. This is not his money; it is taxpayer money. When you think about it in that way, he's holding American taxpayer money over the Ukrainian president's head. They need it to fight Russia. Lives are hanging in the balance, and he would get information that helps him against his main, or at the time, a political opponent in the upcoming election with American taxpayer dollars. So American taxpayers are paying for dirt on a person running for president.
You are absolutely right. These are the dollars of hardworking Americans who have been paying taxes to their government with an expectation that money will be used to their benefit in their best interest, which includes the best interest of national security. But yet, Donald Trump is bartering and holding hostage American taxpayer dollars for the sake of his personal political benefit. It is also a misuse of public funds in a way that is unethical and is frankly in violation of all that we would expect the president as commander-in-chief would do for the best interest of national security.
It was so strange yesterday. I don't understand how, with a straight face, Mulvaney can claim that dirt on the Bidens had nothing to do with it when the president in the transcript not only says the Bidens, but also just on the White House lawn, I think it was October 3rd, he was asked, what did you want the Ukrainian president to do after the call? And he said words to the effect of investigate the Bidens, do something on the Bidens. I mean, mean, he has said it multiple times.
He is committing these acts that are violations of the law in the open, in the plain sight of the American people. There are some who might be confused and might try to interpret, well, how could he possibly be committing a crime if it happens in public? There are plenty of crimes, let me tell you as a former prosecutor, that happen in public. I mean, you know, Mick Mulvaney, people say he must have meant something else. How could he possibly have told the truth about the fact that this was quid pro quo? That's called a confession. That also happens a lot in criminal cases. So you know, what we are seeing is what is frankly not atypical in a criminal proceeding, because often there are people who actually observe the crime as it is happening. And so this is what we're seeing with this case.
どうしようかな。まだやってないものはあるかな。New selection, sentences, speech, news maker time. This one, the selection. Newsmaker style Libra. Probably I can listen to this one again.
CNN newsmakers today considering Facebook's plan to launch a cryptocurrency and doubts about its handling of political advertising.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg spent the day on Capitol Hill making one of his boldest speeches yet. And his social website should be allowed to launch a global cryptocurrency called Libra. Now, some lawmakers do not seem so impressed, but Zuckerberg told them if Washington blocks his plan, the U.S. could lose its standing as a financial leader with China moving in.
We can't sit here and assume that because America is today the leader, that it will always get to be the leader if we don't innovate.
But some fear that Facebook's digital currency could upend the global financial system and make the company even more powerful than it is today. Josh Constantine is the editor-at-large at TechCrunch, and he followed, of course, this testimony closely. And in terms of Libra itself, Josh, where do you stand? Is it just another competitor on the cryptocurrency file, or is it innovative?
It's very different than most cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. There you gamble and hope that the value of the coin goes up. Whereas with Libra, it's designed to stay permanently stable, and it is innovative in that it's using this broad approach of bringing in all these different companies. But the problem is that Facebook is still at the core, and it's not the kind of company that people want launching a cryptocurrency or potentially endangering the global financial system.
Nothing proved that more than Zuckerberg, again, having to answer questions about the way it's handled elections in the past and the way it will handle them in the future.
Under your policy, could I pay to target predominantly black zip codes and advertise them the incorrect election date?
No, Congresswoman, you couldn't.
But you said you're not going to fact check. Would I be able to run advertisements on Facebook targeting Republicans in primaries saying that they voted for the Green New Deal? I mean, if you're not fact-checking political advertisements, I'm just trying to understand.
I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. I think.
So you don't know if I'll be able to do that?
Josh, he seems confused about his own policy there.
Mark Zuckerberg simply doesn't have a great argument for why it should allow misinformation in political ads, especially given that ads don't make Facebook that much money and cause it great controversy. It has repeatedly claimed that this policy favors challengers instead of incumbents, yet we've seen that it's the richest voices and the biggest incumbents that spend the most on Facebook ads. And I worry this could lead to an arms race of political misinformation in campaign ads, where people say increasingly terrible things about their competitors and say, only I can save society, donate to me now, and then just buy more ads, spreading more lies.
Oop.
The face of the protests is often faceless. These Hong Kong protesters come equipped with helmets, masks, and goggles. It's for protection from police tear gas and pepper spray and to hide their identities. Protesters are concerned about being identified and prosecuted. Since the demonstrations kicked off in June, over 1,300 people have been arrested. Making a statement against perceived government surveillance, these hardline protesters attempted to destroy some of the city's 50 newly installed smart lampposts. Hong Kong's technology chief calls the vandalism a dark day for innovation.
We were driven with the misunderstanding that the lampposts will probably do some unwanted surveillance functions, which is just absolutely not true. Every function on the smart lamppost was planned, designed in an open and transparent manner. We have fully complied with the privacy ordinance, but apparently that's not enough.
The Hong Kong government says the smart lampposts, outfitted with cameras and sensors, are intended to track data like air quality and traffic flow. It adds that the posts are not equipped with facial recognition software, like in China, and the data collected will not be sent to any third parties. Raw data, the authorities say, is instantly deleted. But critics are not convinced.
When we don't have enough trust in the government, who can guarantee or who would believe that the government isn't sharing those data with other law enforcement agencies or even with China?
In the far western region of Xinjiang, cameras are used to monitor the movement of Uyghurs and other minorities. There's also concern about China's upcoming social credit system, which seeks to grade and label citizens based on their behavior.
China may operate under a legal system separate from Hong Kong, but protesters believe the smart lampposts represent the beginning of Hong Kong's own surveillance state.
We don't want to cover our faces. I think what we're seeking and what we're asking for is something very noble. We're on the verge of becoming a police state. We might be persecuted for what we say.
On the front lines of the protest, umbrellas are often used to block security cameras and provide cover for those vandalizing and unscrewing metal railings and building barricades. Protesters have also covered security cameras and even used laser pointers to distract the police. In these times of deep suspicion of the government, it's hard to imagine the smooth rollout of any smart data collecting network in the city.
If they don't put people first, if they put technology first, I don't think it will ever be successful.
The government plans to install 400 of the lampposts in 4 urban districts, starting with the first 50 in this neighborhood, the scene of a chaotic battle against the government and against technology. Christy Lu Stout, CNN, Hong Kong.
This is our darkest hour. The science is clear. We're in the 6th mass extinction event, and we will face catastrophe if we do not act swiftly and robustly. We, in alignment with our consciences and our reasoning, declare ourselves in rebellion against our governments and the corrupted, inept institutions that threaten our future. We call upon every principled and peaceful citizen to rise with us.
We refuse to bequeath a dying planet to future generations by failing to act now.
We act in peace, with ferocious love that these lands in our hearts. We act on behalf of life.
This is the call to arms that has inspired thousands worldwide to join Extinction Rebellion's colourful brand of civil disobedience in protest against a lack of action on climate change. Their message is clear. Act now, or future generations will suffer. Here in South London, people of all ages are soaking up the atmosphere at an Extinction Rebellion festival, including those who have the most to lose from climate change.
What could we do to make our air clean again?
Fossil fuels. We stop using them. Ban all non-eco-friendly commercial advertising.
I'm concerned because I want a future, and I want a future for my little brother. He's only 5, and I'd like him to reach the age of 30 without having to worry about the climate crisis.
And what about those who don't care? What do you say to them?
It's your future. Why don't you do something?
Today's youth activists are more connected and more aware of the risks of climate change than any previous generation. Inspired by climate activist Greta Thunberg, These kids are determined to have a say in their future.
The children are the people who will be affected by this. The children are the people who are growing up in this world with all this pollution and cars.
As tensions in the climate crisis grow, the rise of youth activism looks set to continue.
Children know about these things, and they do actually care, and it should be everybody's listened to, not just adults.
And despite the gargantuan task ahead of them, these kids have hope that they will succeed where previous generations have failed.
I hope that climate change in the future is going to be something that is in a book of myths that grandparents can tell their grandchildren about how a group of activists that realised that change needed to be taken saved the planet, and we need to make our stand and make sure that our voice is heard.
Becky Anderson, CNN, London.
What was once just a microcosm in a small area has spread tremendously.
We're on the streets of a San Francisco neighborhood called Soma, short for South of Market, home to tech giants like Twitter, Uber, and Salesforce. For a few years now, Adam Mesnick, a local restaurant owner, has been documenting the city's homelessness problem.
It doesn't feel like we're in America right now.
It's like third world squalor.
His images depict the grinding despair and sadness of a problem spiraling out of control, not just in San Francisco, but throughout California. In Los Angeles, you find tents lining entire city blocks. The numbers are staggering. Nearly 60,000 homeless in LA County, a 12% rise in just 1 year.
Everywhere I go, people are outraged. They're angry about what's happened or not happened on the streets. It's no longer a coastal issue. This defines the state of California.
No matter which locale, you hear about the same problems. Skyrocketing rents, not enough shelter beds or mental health services, and rampant drug usage, exacerbated by the nation's opioid addiction. Back in San Francisco, these images shot directly next to one of the most well-known courthouses, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Fresh data reveals the homeless population here has spiked 30% since 2017.
This city has so much wealth, and yet we see so much poverty and suffering and death on our streets because we have the means to be able to help people, but we don't have the political will.
San Francisco Mayor London Breed, elected last year, has made tackling homelessness her signature issue. She's added more than 400 beds, helped 1,600 people exit homelessness, and has cracked down on tent encampments. But residents, tourists, and workers alike continue to see the problems daily.
You're going to see it more because it's in areas where a lot of people walk, a lot of people catch public transportation. You see it more because it's in the center of the city. It's downtown, it's in UN Plaza, it's in mid-market. You just see it a lot more because it's right in your face.
Indicative of the times, she's had to install a dedicated team to clean up human waste. Adam Mesnick, who helps many of the people he encounters with food, a few bucks, or just conversation, says he's embarrassed to have his out-of-town relatives come for a visit.
It's one thing on television, it's one thing in the movies, but this is real life. And real life San Francisco, the streets are really tough. Really tough right now.
And the problem is growing faster than the city can fix it. For every person the city gets into supportive housing, another 3 will wind up homeless. Dan Simon, CNN, San Francisco.